A time records table in functionality has been developed in ServiceNow to provide ITIL users with an easy and reportable way to apply time against records that extend from the task table. The records include incident, problem, change, and demand, as well as problem task, change task, demand task, and task in the service catalog requests. Module reports have been created that show the user their time records in useful list displays, such as My Time Today, My Time Yesterday, and My Time This Week. In the video tutorials that follow, we'll review several different concepts, including entering your time on a task, viewing and editing time records in the related list, using the New button to create time records, and viewing the time records modules. Let's get started. Each task form has two fields located in the second column on the main form in the bottom right: time worked hours and total time worked. Anyone can apply time to a task if they have performed work on the task. You'll enter your time in the time worked field in hourly increments, using decimal values if all or part of the time is less than 1 full hour. For example, if you worked an hour and a half, you would put in 1.5 in the field. If you worked 10 minutes, you would enter 0.17. A conversion table for hours to minutes is available in the ServiceNow knowledge base. After you have entered the value, once you hit Update or Save, the time worked field should empty, and you should see the total time worked field update with the new value. Total time worked is a calculated field, and each value added and saved in the time worked field should update the total. For each entry you make an update in time worked, a corresponding time record should be created. You can see these records on the task down in the Time Records tab under the related lists. If you ever have a concern that a time worked value you entered on the form was not captured, check this list before entering it again to avoid creating duplicate records. Note that the time that was entered in time worked shows up under the duration column, the date is defaulted to today's date, and the user is defaulted to whoever is logged in when the time record is created. You can edit these records if one or more of the values needs to be updated for it to accurately reflect the time worked. For instance, you might want to change the duration of the time you worked and backdate it because you forgot to record time yesterday. Or you might want to change the user to someone else who worked on the task. If you edit a time record from the list view, you do not have to click Update or Save on the task record itself. You can just go and click on the next item in ServiceNow that you wish to work on. If you do click on Update or Save after editing a time record in Incident, you will see a simultaneous update alert. It is fine to click OK on this. In this case, it is just letting you know that you are updating the total time worked field from a source outside the incident. If you will be creating multiple time records for a task, you can also use the New button in the time worked list. Click on the New button. Note that the task, date, and user are auto-filled. Add the duration and make any changes you need to. For instance, you may want to add time worked from yesterday or even last week. Or you may want to apply the time to a different user. Once you've made your edits, click Submit, and a time record is created. Three report modules have been created under the self-service application to help you get quick reports on your time worked. They are My Time Today, My Time Yesterday, and My Time This Week. Because these are filtered list reports, you can change the filter condition to match other criteria you want to report on. You'll also notice that two extra fields are available: primary group and workfront role. If you are concerned that either of these fields is not correct, check with your lead or manager, or one of the demand coordinators and find out the correct information. You can then edit those values on your own user record once you have that correct information.